Hello and welcome to Three Mugs and a Guitar with myself, Jarvis.
And me, Derry.
And me, Dylan.
How are we? Hey. I like the little nervous laugh there, Dylan.
Yeah.
So today we're doing the Spillover episode. Of course, this is our podcast little section where we have a little chat. And we've also got Dylan here. He's got his own little channel. What's it called again?
It's called Decent Music to Listen to.
Decent Music to Listen to.
I've been watching it, and once I initially seen you, I enjoyed because your scope of music is very good, and your understanding of music is very good. So I was intrigued straight away. And you said you've only been doing it since April, May.
Yeah, so I've only really been starting it around April time because it was around the time that I was kind of like breaking up for college. Breaking up college in the summer. So I started doing that. I was kind of like, it wasn't really a thing of I want to like get really into this. It was something that I was like, do you know what, this will be kind of like a fun thing to do. I'll see how this goes.
Bit of laughing.
And when I started doing that, I was like, oh, this is actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be. And
bragging. He's bragging.
Not bragging. Yeah, literally, it just got the ball rolling. And then I realised, I can actually talk at length about the songs and the albums that I really like. So then I just started thinking, well, why don't I do this about like all the other stuff that I like? And then like...
Snowballed.
Yeah, basically snowballed into what I do now, you know what I mean? So I love it.
It's good because like when I was watching your videos, like the dynamics of the videos and the editing is quite good as well. Like, I mean... you're only doing it we'd say 5 months now, maybe 4 months,
about that, yeah,
give or take. But you've like, because we do social media as well, but like we don't put as much effort into it because obviously the YouTube is where we're going. But I just love to be able to know because I'm so shit at it. I'm so bad at it. Like
he's so bad.
Hooks, anything got to do with hooks or like, because our video is all formatted in long form, obviously, and then we're trying to cut it into short form and find an initial hook in that form of video that we're doing. And I just find it so hard. It just annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, like for me it was always a thing of like, when you start something like this, you're always like, okay, who's my target audience? Who am I appealing to? And to me, I found that like that was quite easy when I started with mine because I was like, oh, it's just music. Like I was kind of doing it then at the point where like I was talking about stuff that I liked, and then the whole thing about it was, my whole niche was, well, why don't I just make it so that it's music that I like that I can put on to other people, and then that they'll find their favourite song through whatever I do, you know what I mean? So for me, social media is quite like, it's quite scary a little bit. Like I found that one of the hardest parts of the whole thing is trying to come to terms with it and trying to like navigate it. But it's a great challenge, I find. I really like it at the moment, and I feel like you get the hang of it quite quickly, like, you know.
Yeah, I've got a list of questions and I'm going to go through them with you now. Should we jump straight into them then? Do you want to ask the first one?
Fire
sure,
away.
Man. So, early music influence, who and why?
So, when I was a really young kid, like, there was music always playing in the house. Like, it was usually through my, like, dad. My dad's a big music head. And, when I was really young, he used to like let me stay up at night because we'd be watching like the likes of the Killers live at the Albert Hall. There was another one, Keane, live at the O2. And it was me basically being like, I just want to stay up. I don't want to go to bed. You know what I mean? But when you watch it enough times, you start to kind of get a real like appreciation for it. And then of course with that, like a lot of 80s music and stuff like that, and the likes of your Fleetwood Macs, like the Smiths and stuff like that, and Talk, that was kind of being introduced to me around the time that we like first got like internet into the house and all like that. And it was a big thing of like, there's music made before I was born, you know what I mean? Because I was that young at the time.
Wait, it existed before me?
Yeah, like
what's going on?
This is weird.
Ignorant.
But and like, why is it so good? Like, but I was introduced to that at like a very, very young age, and that really like influenced how I thought about music. I didn't really start like appreciating it until like I hit the teenage years when I was getting into other stuff, and then I was like, oh, like this, like I was able to get like a deeper understanding of it just because of when I was like a kid and the stuff I was kind of shown in terms of music as a kid, you know.
Yeah, that's very good.
There's another one was Credit House, if you've heard of them. They're like an 80s band from Australia, New Zealand. They have a song called Don't Dream It's Over. Fantastic band. Okay. Really, really good. And they're one of my dad's favourite bands.
This is a recommendation.
I definitely. If you can, like, I did a video on Don't Dream It's Over, and the album that's off, which is the self-titled, it's called Crowded House, is amazing.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Like, I really recommend them. I think that they are one of the most underrated bands of the 80s.
Yeah.
Alright.
So they were like a huge influence on me.
Cool. That's a good one.
Crowded House.
We'll have to look into that because we're looking for new music, definitely. All your content so far has been short form. Have you any plans on going long form at all? Is it something that you like to do?
Obviously, your time is way more limited. So I think that I would like to, but I think it's going to be something that I'll probably push way more into the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do you think then with college time, I suppose, like any ideas flowing that you can create some form of idea? Because I know like a podcast scenario will probably be perfect for you.
Yes.
And probably like obviously like in-depth conversations around musicians and music and news and whatnot. Is that something that you'll start studying for now to try and push forward?
Yeah, like, funny enough, as you said that, there was somebody on one of my TikToks who mentioned that and said that if I made a podcast, that, like, they'd be like, I would listen to it. Like,
Yeah.
And I was like, that's something that kind of hit a light bulb in my head. I was like, do you know what? I'd love to do that. I'd like to do more stuff as well with, I was thinking about it during the summer and, like, what to do next and all like that, alongside the stuff that I already do. Doing like interviews with like Irish musicians and stuff like that, and kind of getting the ball rolling in that aspect, because I know the Irish music scene and it's quite tight knit.
Yeah.
And I'd love to be able to be a part of the reason why somebody gets the break that they need. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, I just love talking to musicians about music, because they share the same kind of like enthusiasm and the same kind of like
Passion.
passion and viewpoint about it that I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's funny you said that about the music scene in Ireland. I know there's loads of like indie artists coming up.
Yes.
There's a massive amount, and something that we would look to do as well. Like I'd like to get some musicians on and have a conversation with them, because it'd be more so for clarity for them. But again, the majority of people that watch our videos are all American.
Yeah.
It's like the United States, Canada. Who else? Ireland's like fifth.
UK.
Really?
Yeah,
UK would be
is
like
Mine
fifth
is
as well.
UK and Ireland, and weirdly Spain.
Spain, yeah.
Not weirdly. I love my Spanish audience. But,
Why are you here?
No. But yeah, like from what my analytics were like, it was very much highly Dublin, Ireland,
Yeah.
and then like out of nowhere, the UK must have went onto like UK TikTok, because that just shot up.
Yeah.
And now I think that the UK is probably like by far the biggest viewership of my stuff. I think it's just because of the music that I actually talk about on the
Right, makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, I talk about your Arctic Monkeys, like Radiohead, Sam Fender, all that sort of stuff. Like, UK-based musicians, I think that started to find its own niche in the UK.
It's funny you say that, because I've noticed you've reviewed artists like Jordy Greep, you've got Amy Winehouse, Gorillaz, and even Magdalena Bay.
Yeah.
What is it that makes you feel like it's a great record, and is there any reason why you choose particular records?
What I find in a musician is if they can make me feel a certain way, and if they can kind of hit those strings like in my head and like make me think, oh wow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not something that you actually think of. It's more so you listen to something and you're like, you feel it then, and that's the kind of hit that makes me like an artist, and it's what makes me kind of like enthused about a certain album, you know, musician, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a highly powerful thing. Like,
it's good because it's like, so you've got a good variety going on, because like obviously Amy Winehouse and the Gorillaz is more R&B, essentially more R&B soul.
Yeah.
And then Magdalena Bay is your experimental pop nearly, essentially.
Yeah.
And then obviously with Jordy Greep it's just fucking crazy shit.
Yeah.
The best stuff. The best.
big
He
time,
loves
yeah.
Jordy Greep. We did a reaction to Jordy Greep as well. Was I a fan of his stuff? I didn't like Black Midi. That very much.
Sacrilegious,
but
man.
I liked Jordy Greep. I think, and even with Black Country New Road stuff, when it was Isaac singing, I wasn't a fan, but I loved the female vocals on the backing tracks they're doing in the new album Forever.
We were just
Now.
talking about Black Country actually.
we were,
He's a big
yeah.
fan of Live at Bush Hall.
I love Bush Hall.
We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
So
Recommend.
I have to do
it's
it.
very, very good. I think it was kind of slept on because it was released in the kind of aftermath of Isaac Woods leaving the band and stuff like that. And people were like, well, this isn't Ants From Up There. Like, you know what I mean? But as its own thing, I genuinely...
Oh, it's another hot take. I don't like Ants From Up There.
I will say I do like it, but I like Bush Hall more because I think that I was able to, from when it came out, I was able to kind of separate it from the rest of Black Country New Road. Like songs from like the past, And I think that like the more time that goes by and the more that Black Country New Road, like they hit their own identity then.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the album that's going to get more
I was concerned, to be honest, when I first, because like when Isaac announced he was leaving, I was like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I
Bush
was
Hall,
excited.
he was, yeah. And when Bush Hall, I listen to Bush Hall and I actually do quite like it. We were talking about one of the songs on the album, which I think is really good. I don't want to get into it just in case we do the album.
Yeah, we definitely
later.
do it.
It will ruin it. It is a great track, though. There is one track in particular on that album that's really great. As well as a couple of others, but I was really pleasantly surprised by Forever How Long, because I was really worried about it going into it. I was like, oh my god, they're going to ruin it, and I hated the single Best Is. I thought it was not very good. But the rest of the album floored me. I thought it was great. Like, there's some really, really good tracks.
What was it? The One Horses?
Two Horses.
Two Horses, yeah.
Is a great song, as well as For the Cold Country. For the Cold Country is great.
Yes.
And, there was another one that you really liked. It was one at the end where like the drums came in. It almost sounded like a dance song. So
I can't remember what it was.
Someone Goes Home or something. I don't know what it's called.
There's some fantastic songs in the album though. It's just like
even Socks. Socks.
Yes.
What's that birthday song as well?
It's Happy Birthday.
Happy Birthday, yeah.
Happy Birthday, yeah. What's that birthday song?
But no, that was a great absolutely fantastic, because I think Isaac tried to offload too much.
Yeah.
And it affected him as much as it affected everybody else. But like obviously people love that, but I found it was too much. It's the same with Swans. It's the same, that you can nearly put the identity together for me, where I feel like with Swans there's too much emotion being pushed on you.
Right.
Whereas you disagree, and a lot of people disagree. I couldn't give a fuck.
The good thing is, like, with
sounds like you do.
with Black Country New Road and with their new album, it's exactly what I was talking about. I think that they are settling in now to their brand new identity. You know what I mean? And I think that the album shows that. And I think that it's like you can hear it in what they're doing now. And it's the same way that I feel about like Jordy Greep stuff with Black Midi. I find that when I first listened to the new sound, it gave me a whole different like viewpoint of Black Midi, because then I was like, oh, now I understand which songs were Geordie's and which songs were Cameron Picton's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it made sense now, and I was like, this provides context.
Yeah.
And I love the new sound, and I think it's a great album. But what it did the best was provide a kind of backdrop to the rest of his stuff and the rest of Black Midi stuff, and made me kind of appreciate it a lot more, even though I was a huge Black Midi fan when they were out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I sing up with Jordy Greep because obviously it was again obviously a first time reaction. It was just so funny because we'd listened to Black Midi in the car once, and then I remember I was actually over at your house and we listened to it, and I
showed him BM.
Oh my god!
that's a song. I loved they did that at the Mercury Awards.
Yeah, they were going crazy.
That was one of the first songs that I heard from them as well. I seen that.
It was the first song I heard by them.
Yeah,
it came on Spotify Artist Radio one day, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah. See, I heard them years and years before I actually got into them with BMBMM, because I was looking at the like Mercury Prize for that year, and I was like, this is weird, like this is so crazy, and I thought it was good, but I never thought anything of it. And then a couple of years later, one of my friends showed me Hellfire had just come out, and they showed me Eat Men Eat and stuff like that, and The Defense, which is song, unbelievable song. And then that's when it got the ball rolling. I was like, okay, I just have to listen to these guys.
It wasn't The Race Is About to Begin. That isn't the one that blew you away.
The Race Is About to Begin.
I love that song. I actually love that song.
I love it.
A lot of people don't like that song, and I just think that is phenomenal.
Best song on the album.
Yeah.
Well,
it is.
I'm still getting used to this experimental kind of fucking mad shit.
It gets addicting, man. It gets addicting.
Yeah.
Another quick one for you.
Yeah.
This is a fucking stupid question. I couldn't think of any more.
It's no stupid question.
If you could bring one album to a desert island, what album would it be and why?
That is a stupid question, actually. You don't need to answer that, man.
I gave this one a lot of thought. Like, I think, like, it's not an album that I would consider one of my favourites of all time.
Yeah.
But it's an album that I do genuinely love, and it's Since I Left You by the Avalanches.
Okay.
Specifically just because, and I did a video about it, I keep finding new stuff in that album every time I listen to it, and it's because like they made it just unbelievably, like, primarily through sampling. You know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of original stuff, like, you know what I mean, like actual compositional stuff in there. It's all just sampling, and because I listen to that album, I every time I listen to it, I'm like, I hear something that I didn't hear before, and it goes from like very very loud to like extremely subtle stuff. And I think that it would, I genuinely would just get a lot of enjoyment out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What would you bring?
Oh, I think you didn't prepare me with this question.
No. I'm gonna answer it first. Okay. What do you think then? Because I think I'd bring the Dire Straits self-titled.
Yes.
Oh fuck me.
Very, very good album.
I'm just obsessed, but I've loved Sultans of Swing since I was like 8.
Yeah.
And I've just listened to it all the time. I used to listen to it every time I got into the shower.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
fucking love it.
When I first started getting into like playing guitar and stuff like that, that was like the one song I was like, I need to be able to do that. I still am not able to, but
you're still young.
But at the same time, I was like, this blew my mind. You know what I mean? And I was like, this is a guitar player's guitar piece. You know what I mean?
It's fucking it's insane.
Is it just one that I need? Yeah.
It was just one. Yeah, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm just judging from how I'm feeling right this second. Plastic Beach by Gorillaz, I reckon.
Yes.
Good shout, actually.
Fantastic album.
Yeah. It'd be good for a beach as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's very topical.
As I was thinking, and when you're stuck on the sea, you're like, looking out across the beach,
See, I think that's one of their best works where they had loads of collaborators. Yeah, they've always had a load of collaborators, but that was like their big album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even
slept on though. It slept on.
Yeah,
in my opinion, because a lot of people critically like love it.
Yes,
but like. Regular people are like, oh no, Demon Days, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it's for me. I reckon Plastic Beach tops Demon Days a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say so too. I definitely want to be.
The shake of the head means he doesn't. He's just saying it.
Yeah. No, I do genuinely believe. It was one of the first Gorillaz albums that I actually bought for myself. I was like, I loved that album. Now when I started getting back into Demon Days and like self-titled and even as far as like Humans, I really like Humans.
I love Humans.
Yeah, I think it's a great album. That's a slept on album, I think. But
I don't know if it's slept on.
I think it is a lot. I've done so much defending of that album.
Yeah. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Well, you don't need to hear.
If there is an album that you guys think you'd bring in Desert Island, give us a shout in the comment section, because it's always a funny question. I think it's hilarious because everyone's so different. And I'd say Aliona will probably be Sufjan Stevens, I'd imagine.
To be fair, it's not a bad shout. To be fair,
it depends on what album though.
Yeah, Illinois.
I don't think I'll be bringing Carrie and Lil. Like,
no, you probably.
That's the one we're going to be doing next.
We're doing it next. Yeah, we haven't done it yet.
Fantastic album. You're gonna like it, man. You're really gonna like it. I think the likes of Illinois, like the one you did that fairly recently.
Recently.
I think that's an album you bring because it's very long, but it's also just like very, very good. You know what I mean?
I think I have to do we do respills. It's just after we've listened to the album, we'll do a respill on it and see if we like it.
It's like a review, essentially.
A re-look.
See, I have this temperament or mentality where if I looked at the album and I seen we still had like fucking 16 songs left, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Most of the intervals,
like,
you just couldn't
it
get
lost
out of it,
me then, so I have to go back and listen to it again. I still haven't done it, but stuff like that. So just let us know in the comment section what you bring to the desert island with you.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming we've a lot of Car Seat Headrest fans.
To be fair, Twin Fantasy was up there for me. I was thinking a lot about Twin Fantasy because that's one of those albums where
should have said it for the clicks.
Yeah, should have done. It's one of those albums where you like you said, you keep finding more things about it. You know what I mean? There's so many Easter eggs and so many callbacks and so many lyrics that like mess around with each other later in the album. That like it's one of those albums where like you listen back to it and you're like, oh my god, I never noticed that before. Like we were only finding out new things about it when we released it, and I've been listening to that album for 3 years, and people were commenting stuff, and they were like, oh, do you know that part's from a Bible verse? And I was like, no, I never knew that. And then they were like, oh yeah, the person who that audio recording is actually real, and like it's part of this like museum estate in like America somewhere. And I was like, what? It's real? I thought it was just an actress. Like, but yeah, there's so many cool things about that album, man.
Same with the new one, The Scholars. I really like the world that they've built around it.
I really like it. Like, it took me a while to warm to it. I'll be honest, I still don't like CCF. I still think that's
that was one of my favourite songs.
Yeah, it's a typical.
I thought it was.
What was the song that they had, which had like the really long, like almost storyboard-esque kind of music video? Was it The Scholars? Was it the title track?
No, you might be thinking of CCF. There is a
I really like video. It. It's about 10 minutes long.
It's like, I want to stay. No, Get Shimane. That's a great song.
I'm sure somebody will like correct us if it's wrong, but
definitely in this track.
It definitely is. But I really like the new. Like, it's not new, but I like the direction that they're going, and I like the kind of world building that they've done around it, and I like the kind of art style that they've used as well.
Brilliant.
A lot of their like promotional stuff. I'm really really into that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's great.
When we did the reaction, Jarvis was so fascinated the fact that it was a scripted kind of.
Oh, I loved it.
Lyric
on Genius,
on
you can read the script of the different characters, and I was like,
it was
have you not done that yet?
No.
Oh, mate, it's going to change the album for you.
I feel like I'm going to like it even more now.
Yeah,
That's sick.
Go to Genius and bring up the lyrics, and there's usually at least 2 different characters talking to each other.
I know that there is different characters on the album. I know that, but I never knew that they were actually like
on Genius.
Yeah,
it's
like
the
I didn't know
characters singing each verse.
It's so good. Really it's cool. Like scripted. I loved it. I was like, the whole album was like, I'm just fascinated with this.
He wasn't even listening. He was just reading this.
Yeah, I was just reading it. Like, all the
there
time.
you go.
And Reality Man on that album.
No, it's great.
Brilliant.
I love that song. Anyway, should I ask a question?
Yeah, the last one there.
What is the ultimate goal from your channel, and where do you see yourself in 2 years?
That's a really good question.
I hate this question.
I love it.
It's a question that it kind of gives me a bit of dread. I'm like, I don't know. But honestly, like the ultimate goal for my channel, and it's the same since it was for the very start, is show people good music. That's simply what it is. I always like the thought of being able to show somebody their next new favorite thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even from when I was like kind of younger, I've had people come up to me and be like, "Oh, you were talking about this album or talking about this artist, or you played this in the car or whatever." And I went home and listened to it, and it changed my life. Like, now I love that. That hits like so much for me, and I love that because it's the same stuff that like a lot of people in my life did for me, and it's the reason why I love music so much. So it's something that I want to be able to do on kind of a mass scale. Is like somebody will stumble upon my videos, and then they'll see me talk about like Magdalena Bay, or they'll see me talking about maybe like the new sound or something like that, like something that they may have not heard before, or they might not have given the time, and they hear me talk about it and how I kind of go into detail about it, and they'll hear the song in the background, and that'll click with them. You know what I mean? And like they will listen to it, and then it'll change their life, and it'll completely, like, for the better, spur them
not
on.
for the worse.
Well, I hope not. But like in the same way that I would have found out about the likes of Kraftwerk and like the Smiths and stuff like that, it completely like developed me as a person. I want to do the same for that.
That's the same thing, funny enough, that I love about Anthony Fantano's end of year lists.
Yeah.
I love those because what I often do is I just click through them, I just listen to what he's saying about the album. It's usually only like 2 minutes an album, and when he gets to the last like top 5, he'll spend a bit longer on them. Yeah. And then like every now and again he'll say something about an album, I'll be like, oh, that sounds really cool. And then I'll just pause the video and just like, I'll listen to it for a bit and be like, yeah, this is the shit. You know what I mean?
That's the thing as well. One thing that I didn't realise until I started doing social media stuff myself, Anthony Fantano really is the busiest.
Mate, he is.
That man works so hard.
His whole life, yeah.
And like, I'm like, when I was kind of like listening to him speak when I was just getting into music, I was like, yeah, I really like this guy, but I didn't really kind of grasp this guy. Like,
knows everything.
Everything. This guy's knowledge is phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
And I feel like he gets a little bit more hate just because I think that he's not afraid to be like, okay, this isn't an album for me.
Yeah.
Which is why I just kind of steer clear of being
I feel like
controversial.
For the most part, I agree with most of what he says. To be fair, I gave The Scholars a bad review, which I was not happy about. I gave it like a 6 out of 10.
His angle to me is like, because like some of his shorts on YouTube shorts and TikToks and Instagrams is talking to fans of his and asking what's my worst take, and I think that's a fucking fantastic angle because we're extremely honest, and I will always be honest, and I can't. This whole shit, like, there's 2 people that do TikToks and Instagrams, and they're listening to Taylor Swift's new album, and no harm if you like it, but like they're jumping around the place as if the bass drop was the best thing since fucking I don't know what, and it's just like you're faking it.
I don't know. I think that obviously music hits for different people at different times, but trying
to be diplomatic here, trying to restore it. I can see he changes his posture.
No, to be real for a second. No. But you'll never see me slate an album on my stuff, like ever. That's not the type of person I am, and it's not the type of content I make. Because I've tried being like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, and then you make it, and you're like, I don't feel good about this. Like I don't feel the kind of buzz I usually do when I make a album review or anything like that and put it up and like people are like, oh, I love this album as well, or oh, I need to like have a look at this. That provides me with so much more joy and more buzz than being like, oh, I hate this album, or this album is terrible and you shouldn't like it either. You know what I mean?
Should watch the Swans episode.
No, the comedy, the comedy value that brought though. No, like, and seriously, everybody that watches us have all said you need to do another album because they found it so funny. It wasn't a case that they were like, I got no abuse. You got more abuse than I did.
Yeah, I did.
And he liked it.
Yeah.
And like I'm like sitting there going, how the fuck? I said, thanks so much. Yeah. I'm really pissed.
And I got abused for Oasis as well. I just can't get away from it. I just always get abused.
See,
I think it's the accent.
Someone called him David Brent. I nearly fucking died. Oh, it was so funny.
Need a bit of toning down from David Brent on the right.
Yeah. No. Oh, so funny.
No.
It's good that I've got thick skin, you know.
Yeah.
Good,
you need it for stuff like this. Like I feel
blessed, to be honest.
He's getting away with it.
My kind of like viewership and stuff like that are usually really, really sound. And but like the thing is with me is that, and I'll come full clean, I get kind of little things wrong in my videos. Like I think in Half Full of Hollow I said it was the debut album. I want to come out and say I apologise for that.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yeah. A lot of people said in the comments is like, that's not the right, like that's not correct, that's not like, it's not the debut album. The Smiths like self-titled is, and I was like, honestly, yeah, fair enough.
That's alright.
Yeah, like I'm like, listen, got it wrong, and I think you need to do that in those kind of aspects. Yeah. But I'm very lucky that a lot of the people that view my stuff aren't really like
hardcore.
Yeah, like they're not really like snobby or like really like gatekeepy.
Yeah.
And because that's not the type of person that I'd like to see my stuff, because my whole thing is kind of like opening up music to people and to kind of like destigmatize and kind of like almost gatekeep a lot of the stuff like Radiohead and a lot of like this stuff that like music critics are like, this is the best stuff ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you won't get it, man.
Yeah, like you wouldn't get it unless you
like
listen
him.
That's this was a hot take of mine where arty music is for the intelligent, and they use it. Some artists and some people who love music.
Yeah.
Use it as an intelligence boost, and they'll make you feel smaller about it.
Yeah.
And it's true. It is true. People do that.
Definitely true.
This fella. he says to me, "Oh, you don't know this music."
David Brent over here.
Yeah. Oh, you're
I
right.
love that. but look, I mean, I had a hot take, and I stand by it, because it's not like I'm saying everybody is. I mean, there's just people there that'll use that to make you feel less of a person because you don't understand it.
I think that's a hot take, but only because it's true. Like I remember I was reading something about Aphex Twin, and he makes very experimental music. He's kind of like as the kind of like pioneer of
the
that.
curator. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said something really refreshing a couple of years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. They said that he pioneered a genre called IDM, which is intelligent dance music.
Yeah. Oh, I never heard that
said,
before.
I think that genre's a lot of bollocks. Like I don't like that. I don't like that name, and I think that it's just kind of very snobby and kind of like nose up about it, and that's not what music is about. Yeah. And I don't really like the fact that like, obviously it has its time and place, like everything does, but I don't really like the thought of people thinking that they're too stupid to get it.
I hate that as well, you know, because I was only actually having a conversation with my friend. I was on holiday recently. Hey. And he said a lot of things. I'm not gonna Pitbull.
We'll get your ball cap.
And he was talking about films, not music. I'm not gonna say his name out loud just in case he's not comfortable with it, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But anyway, we're talking about films, and he was talking about specific films like The Lighthouse and like films that are like really like obscure and whatever. And he was like, it kind of annoys me because, like, you know, I have to feel like after I've watched the film, I have to go and watch a YouTube video to try and understand it, and then I start to get it. And me and my other friend were like, no, that's not how you're supposed to just feel it yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to understand it yourself, but like, it doesn't matter if you're wrong, because a lot of the time films and music and art, it's interpretive, it's subjective, you know what I mean? Like, and, you know, sometimes we have this conversation quite a lot where we say like, oh, you just don't get Swans, and oftentimes I'm taking the piss, like I don't actually mean it, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's bad. He doesn't believe it.
No.
You don't get it, man.
No, fuck off.
You don't get it.
But it's like,
that's a snobbery I hate.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, I don't do that intentionally. You know? I don't have to
See, the thing is with music and art and stuff like that is that sometimes there is like intellectual discussions to be had about it.
Yeah.
What I love about music is that you don't have to put it into words. Like doing my stuff is like a really good exercise for me to be able to verbalize how I feel about the music. But 9 times out of 10 I'll be like, oh, I love this album, and it's like, why do you like it? It's like, just I like it, you know what I mean, like, album, because you feel
sounds good.
You feel like things about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and then you whip out the essay. Right,
yeah.
Okay. It's on a 12-page essay about why I love this album.
But that's you as well. You're doing reviews. You like doing like reviews, as in like
writing them up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
One of my least favorite things about doing this stuff is the script writing. But that's literally only because, like, a lot of the albums that I really like are like almost beyond words. Where I'm like, okay, how do I come across how I feel about this, you know what I mean? Because like I feel like there's some stuff, like there's some albums that I reviewed that I loved that much I couldn't put it into words. And like a big thing for me is like trying to think, how do I show how I feel about this? Because there's sometimes that you can't like truly show that you're so passionate about this, you know what I mean? Because it might just sound like, oh yeah, it's alright, but inside you're like, I would die for this album.
You know what I mean? Start crying, man.
Yeah.
I
need to do that. First listen stuff where I'm like, oh no.
Not again.
Because he's listening to music already. And we've had a discussion about this, and we actually posted a video on it, but like I think only like 23 people seen it.
Yeah.
It was back start, but he kind of shows his emotion towards some of the music because I particularly don't know the songs, and then we guess each other's scores.
Yeah.
So we have to see what you gave it and blah 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 blah. But like it's happened a few times where you've wanted to express yourself a lot more than you have about a certain song, but he hasn't.
Hold back.
It's very difficult
sometimes. It is sometimes, but he gets abuse for singing on during albums reactions as well, so it's funny.
I get abuse for everything, mate. Honestly,
it's because you're English. Like I think that it's like if you sing a song, or if you're like that happy about a song, that's only a good thing.
Oh, it's so good. I love it, and people don't understand that. I
wouldn't mind people who like do that. I feel like that's just
it's the minority. Like there's only what, maybe 7 or 8 people that have said it. Everyone else is like defending them in the comments. It's so funny.
Yeah, it was the same for my one. I think I talked about Hypersonic Missiles by Sam Fender. And
I thought you were just talking about hypersonic missiles.
I was talking about the current political climate of the world.
You and Danny,
and I was laughing all the way through it.
You're in that.
We'll cut it.
We're doing it live. Keep it in.
Hypersonic Missiles by Sam Fender.
Yes. So somebody, I was after doing the album review, and I was really happy with it, and a lot of people were like, oh, this is a great album, and I remember the top comment, and I wish I could pin it because it was so funny. I literally looked at it the first thing in the morning after opening like TikTok again, and then it just came up, and it was this guy, and he just put in all caps, all bloody rubbish. And I was like, oh. And then like there was literally like no time at all, about 4 or 5 comments came down, and they were like defending it, and they were defending me, and I thought that's lovely. You know what I mean?
You're gonna get that prick that just annoys the head of you. Like there's one fella that keeps saying the same thing. I remember a girl came onto our comment section. It was so funny. She's like, I'll come back when the music's good. Or what did she say? Headphones. So because we don't use headphones. I'll come back when you use
headphones. Yeah. By the way, can you just comment on the speakers? They look quite good, don't they?
They are lovely, yeah.
They're nice.
They are very, very nice. Like
flat line, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice professional sound from them.
Only the best. And 2 months and a guitar.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. We're going to clip that.
Give him his money now. But look, I mean, we get a lot of people say that they don't like it because we don't use headphones.
Yeah.
And we don't need it because we're vibing off each other.
Yeah.
See, I think little things really annoy some people, and that's fair enough. Yeah. I think it's the same with my stuff as well. Like some people will pick up on little things that I'll say that I would not have even thought of. Or like maybe it's like the way I talk about things or like that, and it's not even stuff that they put in the comment section. It might be something that they DM me or anything like that, and most of the time it's not even about taking it on the chin. I just trying to find I kind of find all that kind of funny. Because like when you think about the all bloody rubbish, to me, I wasn't like, oh, that guy hates my stuff. I was like, that is hilarious.
There was a comment I got recently, and we can try and find it and clip it if you want to, but it was something like, I didn't know if the person on the right would ever be able to be more obnoxious and annoying as possible, but he superseded himself. And then I replied back to it, and I was like, you're so right, he's such a bellend, aka the guy on the right.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I think with the Smiths one, somebody said like stop listening after the first untrue statement, and I was
fuck.
Ooh, you know?
I bet you're cool.
Yeah,
but I think that's part of our humour as like English and Irish people. We don't take offence very easily.
No, I feel like you have to be very thick-skinned. Like even growing up for me, like I don't know if you can tell, but I have ginger hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering when I was going to bring it up.
Oh no!
I'm being so good about it. But like growing up, I always had to have thick skin. And I think that's the kind of the reason why I'm so. I'm able to do the things that I do on like the internet is because like. Now, obviously, I do very much care what other people think about my stuff because you have to at a certain point. But like that's the thing. I feel like growing up and having that thick skin, it really helps.
Yeah, and gingers with thick skin, famously not really, you know.
Yeah.
This brings me perfectly on to my quote of the day. And this is the first time, because it just said, like, I heard a quote last night and it says, embarrassment is an underexplored emotion. Go out there and make a fool of yourself.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant.
100%.
Oh,
that took me a long time to figure out.
It was Austin Butler, and it was on a TikTok interview. I don't know what the name of the channel was, but the way he said it, and obviously he's an actor and he can just portray it so perfectly, and he's just like, just go out there and make a fool of yourself. And I was like, okay, Austin.
Yeah.
No bother.
But that's the thing. I feel like the two major fears in humans that has pretty much ruled everything is embarrassment and fear.
Yeah, 100%.
And one comes from the other. You know what I mean? Like making a fool of yourself. People are deathly... I know people who are deathly afraid of even...
Public speaking.
Or even like just a peep or like stepping out of line just a little bit because they care that much about what people think of them, and I was the same for years and years. And then like just through growing up and stuff like that, and just kind of be like, fuck it, like you know what I mean. And that's that's the kind of attitude I adopted, and then I genuinely do think that you grow so much more from embarrassing yourself, making a fool of yourself, and getting that kind of off your chest then, because you're like, you know what, it's a thing of, it's like, if you're afraid of what people think of you, do something like kind of embarrassing, like not even like on purpose, but like express yourself a little bit more, and see how many people don't say anything.
Yeah, I was going to say that, right? So it's funny you say that, right? Because you realise very quickly when you put yourself out there how many people really don't notice you or really don't give a shit about you. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh yeah, I bet all of these people on my Facebook or my Instagram are comment on it, let's go, and then they're just like scroll past it. You know what I mean?
Like I was thinking... It's like that meme of the guy, like two guys on the bus and one guy's sad and one guy's happy. It's like, nobody cares about me. And like, nobody cares about me. It's a great thing to, if you're a half glass full kind of person, it's a great thing to adopt, because then you're like, oh, like everybody else is getting on with their own shit. You know what I mean? So like a lot more people are more fixated on how they are than what you're doing. Like nobody really is giving that much time a day to whatever you're doing. So why not just like do what you want to do? Because
I would have
been embracing the absurd. He's read some Camus over here. That's what's going on now.
I would have been like very concerned about.
Very educated me.
I would have been very concerned because I sing. We were trying to get some music done at the minute, but we kind of put it on the back burner, as we said already, because of this.
That's all good news.
I would have been so nervous about going out and singing, or like even singing in front of you at the start. But now I'm like, just couldn't give a shit, to be honest.
You used to have 5 beers just so you could get a note out.
Like
now I don't
wobbling.
Now I don't drink at all.
One of my dreams as a kid was being able to perform live. It's something that I'd love to even do with my own stuff now, is like maybe take it on the road, like, you know, like those kind of live podcasts and stuff like that. I'd love to do something like that, but performing in front of a large group of people, I've always loved the thought of doing that. Only very recently have I actually done it, and only very recently have I kind of overcome the fear and realised, oh, I'm actually not bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing open mics and stuff like that last year, and to actually play guitar and sing in front of a group of people, it's the dream, but it's also very scary. But it grows you. Like, it really, like, it puts hair on your chest almost. You know?
I used to do it all the time. I used to do open mics and gigs all the time, and in bands as well. It's so good.
It's amazing.
It's the experience when you leave that stage as well, you feel like you did well. You're like, and then no one comes up to you and talks to you.
I was lucky. A lot of my college friends, they came up to me, like, we were on a night out a couple of days after I did it, and a lot of them were like, I didn't know you could sing and like play guitar, and I didn't realise how good you were. And I was like, maybe I should put myself out there more often. And that's like what I was saying, the good things keep kind of snowballing then, and it can put your life in somewhere that you completely didn't expect.
Do you have any plans to do actual music?
Yeah, like I'm recording my stuff at the moment. As I said, it's mostly time, but I would love the goal would be to put an album out there and like be able to kind of like perform it and stuff like that. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and yeah, I'd love to do that in the future. I'd never say never, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we might keep you in mind if we need a bassist.
Yeah.
We're looking at doing some gigs, but we don't have a full band, so if you wanted to step in for us at any point, maybe.
Absolutely.
We could have a check, we'll listen to you bass it.
Yeah.
But
cool.
I'm looking forward to stuff like that myself, because like I haven't put myself out there. I've done a few open mic nights and I don't like doing karaoke, because I think when you're a good singer or you can't sing, it defeats the purpose of karaoke. There's no point in going out and sounding good, like that's what open mic nights are for. Like that is basically like good karaoke.
But I always find that open mics are basically like stabilizers for musicians. You know what I mean? And it's the same with like I listen to a lot of comedians podcasts and stuff like that, and they say the same thing. It's like you, no matter what stage you are in your career, you always do the open mics, because that's your practice. That's your stabilizers.
Your warm up.
Yeah, basically this is your auditioning into new material, and it's what a lot of people. It's the reason why like a lot of big musicians will do like small intimate gigs, is that they're testing out new stuff, and they kind of miss the old days of playing to like a group of 8 people in a basement somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I love those tiny desks though. Like they're so good. Some of them are amazing. Recently though, Tiny Desk is the only thing tiny in that room. Yeah. Have you ever seen like somebody put up a picture of like what the actual Tiny Desk office looks like, and it's massive. It's basically a huge like floor, and that's just one corner. It's like in the middle of it. But I'm so glad that they like stuck to it, because that fascinates me. Like, who's I think it was Billie Eilish's one is the first one I think I seen properly. I was fucking insane.
Tyler Creator one's good.
Have you seen? I don't know if this is like up your alley or anything like that. Have you seen the new Pink Panthers one?
No.
It's so different than what you would think, because Pink Panthers does a lot of like sample based stuff, and a lot more like I think she samples Underworld and like what's your man Just Jack Stars in Your Eyes and all like that.
Right.
Like she would be more that kind of inclined, and more like dance music. And she did her Tiny Desk like very, very recently, and it's more obviously it's unplugged. Unbelievable. Like it's so good. And she was saying afterwards, she was like, I was so nervous because it's the first time I've sang without like auto-tune and stuff like that. And I was like, that like she smashed it. Like it was amazing.
I'd love to see stuff like that though, to be fair. Just any Tiny Desks or like live performances, I'm looking so forward to in the basements. I haven't listened. I'm trying to avoid them at all costs.
Have you not listened to
them
yet?
I've only done what was like spinning plates.
It was the only one I've heard. The iconic piano.
Then I've seen obviously Creep there recently, where Tom York was on to the MTV.
Oh, the Beach House?
Yeah.
That was Anyone Can Play Guitar, I think, when he just starts
screaming
and just kind of going mental.
Yeah, he's fucking insane.
It's a great clip. Have you seen it's the very first video I ever did. Have you seen Stop Making Sense by Talking Heads yet?
No, I haven't anyway. Have you?
I probably have. Right, remind me.
Unbelievable.
Oh, you mean the full video?
Yeah, like the full
I've seen a portion of that. Yeah.
Honest to God, amazing. I've seen it so many times. I've listened to it so many times. Kind of got the ball rolling on what I do now. Honest to God, genuinely hard recommend. Like if you're ever doing something like that, I really.
But I think there's so many live videos that were, because I want to do all the Alice in Chains MTV Unplugs with him, because he hasn't listened to them, and then Pearl Jam and Nirvana. You've listened to the Nirvana one, I'm sure, have you?
Yeah, Nirvana one. Yeah.
But yeah, so I want to do all them.
Not
as well, I've been more of a grunge head. I love Eddie Vedder's voice. I think he's brilliant, unbelievable vocalist. But look, that's all the questions we have for you at the moment. I'm going to finish up by asking you just to say what your podcast is and where to go to find them.
Yeah, so my profile is Decent Music to Listen to. It's abbreviated sometimes to DMTLT. I do music reviews, album reviews, song reviews. Basically anything that I like, I will just make a video about it, and then I'll just be talking about how much I like it and what I think you should listen to, and like my favorite album like songs and stuff like that. I don't have an upload schedule at the moment. I just try to upload when I can. You'll find me on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. And like please, if you're going to follow me on somewhere, please follow the Instagram. It's looking terrible.
Can you also
it's very difficult.
Can I also ask, you also do like history videos as well, right? Sort of like history.
Oh, music history, yeah. I do. So alongside like album and song reviews, I'm starting to do a lot more like artist spotlights.
Yeah.
And like, I have a thing called Decent Topics, which I haven't done in a while. Basically, I did one on album art, and then I did another one on like the songs that changed your life. And those videos do really well.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just me kind of going off board and like essentially talking like I'm doing now, where I'm just like, this is how I feel about this, and these are the examples I make. What do you feel about it? And that like sparks a conversation, comments, and that's what I love. I love people talking about what, you know, music was really, really personal to them, you know.
Yeah, well, we'll link your YouTube and stuff on the description of this video anyway.
Thank you.
And go over and take a look and and share. You know which ones we're talking about, so go and do it.
Yeah,
please.
Thanks
anyway,
very much.
look, thanks so much for coming on. It was an absolutely fantastic chat.
Yeah, it's fun.
What I'll do is, we'll have a chat after this. I'll talk to you about stuff and whatnot. But we'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Bye bye.
Thanks very much for having us. Bye.
No problem. Thanks a million.